the entire program. You can just gather your family together, gather your classmates together. We'll provide the activities for you. And this is going to be an annual event. We've already set dates.
I was going to say, I could see this being an annual event. That's
We've
good.
set dates for 2012 and 2013
That's
already.
absolutely great.
It's going to be the third week of July. We've had families call us and say, we're planning our reunion for next week. Next year we want to plan it around Come Home to St. Croix. So we had to set those dates. So we're very excited. I mean,
and Sonia, let me tell you, I've seen you done a lot of things. I mean, we're childhood friends. And I think this is your thing right here. And I can see you taking the Landmark Society in your capacity as your executive director, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, I can see you really taking it where it should be.
Okay.
And I want to tell you that you have our support.
Thank you.
And this community, I hope our community embraces what you're doing, and I urge them to do that and participate in this event all next week.
Yeah. Thank you, Carol. That's an affirmation. I really appreciate it.
Don't go nowhere yet. Don't go nowhere yet.
You want a break? Okay.
No, somebody wants to say something else.
I really would like to congratulate the people, the St. Croix Landmark Society and Miss Sonia. I really congratulate you for this, because coming from the outside, coming here in the Virgin Islands, when I actually saw your announcements and bulletin, I said, oh my God, this is magnificent, because in times of this crisis, when people come and they share their skills and resources, they do not just assist the community, but it is actually a great inspiration.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And we are so blessed. We have a very strong board of trustees, and we have this cadre of volunteers. I mean, Carol, if you see some of the people that are
the names you call, I know most of them, and I know those are committed people. You guys are gonna get a lot done.
Yes, there are people that are here on a daily basis as if they were on the clock, and it affirms you in such a way, and there's so little you can do to really thank them for what they're doing for not for Landmark Society but for our community, because this is something about us, all of us.
That's right.
And Sonia, don't forget World Music Under the Stars.
World Music. The quadrille dance is part of our World Music series, which we do in the summer. And last year we added a concert to do the quadrille. This year we decided, we're going to keep that as a part of it, because you can't try to appreciate world music without appreciating the music that is from where you are.
Right.
And so we put that as a part of it, and this can grow in so many ways, because we're hoping other organizations will pick up and add to this, plan other kinds of activities during this time. There's still room. Our cookhouse is available. If anybody wants to come in, you know how to cook over a coal fire, and you want to be a part of coming in and demonstrating, just call me. Just call me. I'm here all day.
Let me just say this to you, Sonia. Please don't let nobody discourage you. You and the Landmark Society is on your way to something even greater that we probably could sit there and imagine. But I could see this. We talking that we didn't our economy hurting. I could see this as a revenue generating source for the Virgin Islands.
Right.
Please, just keep at it.
Thank you.
And you have all of our support.
Thank you. I feel very blessed. I feel blessed to be here, and I feel blessed by your support, by people who call and just give a word of encouragement or offer to do something. It reaffirms for me every day that, as you said, this is where I'm supposed to be. I
tell you, if I'm to tell you, I like you. I have goosebumps on my hands just talking to you, because it's like almost this is like a natural for you.
This is my passion.
Yeah, I know.
Our culture, and I love being able to do anything that passes it on, because that's what keeps a culture alive if it's passed on.
Right.
If we know how to do something and we hold it too close and we don't share that, we don't tell somebody how to do it, then it dies with us.
But you see, so Sonia, you guys aren't just talking about it at the Landmark Society. You're doing it. The preservation of our culture, our traditions, and our heritage is what St. Croix is all about. It sets us apart from most of the other Caribbean islands, because that's what we pride ourselves in, that preservation.
Yeah.
And so here it is. We have another opportunity at it. And I see this bringing big things to us in St. Croix and the entire Virgin Islands.
And it creates opportunities for so many people. So there's still a few spaces left if people want to come as vendors for the Old Time.
Where can they call you?
772-0598. We're here all day today. If you missed me today, and I'll be here tomorrow all day, I'll be here all week.
Mm-hmm.
But my home number is listed. I always tell people only important people have unlisted numbers.
I tell you.
So if you don't catch me here and you need to catch me at home, you can call me there. You can also email to office@stcroixlandmarks.org.
Mm-hmm.
And the St. Croix is just missing the period. It's STCROIX, landmarks, all run together.
Thank you so very much.
And thank you.
And much success.
Thank you to everyone who's helped us to get the word out. And again, open invitation. If people think of something they want to do, we'll make space available. So
Thank
just
you.
call us. Okay? Thank you, and God bless all of you.
Yeah, and in behalf of Senator Russell, congratulations.
Thank you. And Senator Russell, I know you're traveling. Come home to St. Croix.
He'll be there. You know he's going to be there.
Yeah,
you know he's going to be there. He won't
Okay.
miss that.
Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys during the week.
Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
You know something, Carol, about when I hear about these kind of events, and she talk about cooking on a coal pot. You ever turn fungi?
Of course.
Now, you know there's different ways to turn fungi, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then everybody could turn fungi with the water and put in the flour, the caramel in the hot water and the stove, because if you ain't do it right, you're going to get lumps. So some people...
But sometimes if you don't turn fungi, you have experienced the lumps. You improve on it as you go along. You never experienced the lumps?
Yeah, I experienced the lump. I learned, but see, I done a high-tech wall. When I do fungi, I use a cake mixer. So
you cheated, man.
No. I tell you, or you soak the caramel overnight, so it done wet already. So, but we're gonna have a competition where we can do that at the whim. Not this round, but maybe the next round. We're gonna have the competition. You bring your caramel and your fish and your cold pot, and we're gonna have fried fish and fungi, the old time way. But you got to do it from the scratch. Soaking or caramel or nothing. You go right down the spot.
Wow.
We're going down the road.
I think that'll be great.
That will be very good.
I wanted to, before we close, and we 15 minutes into the end of the show, and I wanted, because everybody wants to know what the results of the survey that we took on St. Thomas and St. Croix, and I just wanted to share with folks briefly the results of it. It was the economic stability survey that Senator Russell had us distribute to the attendees, and I'm going to say St. Croix own first, and then I'll say what St. Thomas was. Regarding the first question, which was which of the two do you support, the 8% reduction in the salary or the termination of 1,400 workers on St. Croix? We had the majority of people saying, which is about 23% of the respondents saying that they prefer the 8%. Whereas on St. Thomas, we also had the majority of people saying they want the 8%. They prefer the 8%. They support the 8% reduction in the salary. The next, very few people was in favor of termination of the 1,400 government workers. On St. Croix, about 4% of the people said that they were in favor of that, and on St. Thomas, roughly 1% of the respondents said that. The next, and then there was also a response as to none. On St. Croix, about 3% said they didn't want any of the two, and on St. Thomas, about the same amount, about 3.5% said that. And then some people put in the tier sliding scale, and we had about 2.5% on St. Croix saying that they preferred that, and then on St. Thomas there was about 1% of the respondents that said that they preferred the tier sliding scale. Now, with regards to the taxes, on St. Croix, the options for the benefit of the listening public, the options were the sales tax, the excise tax, income tax, the gross receipt tax, and then the sin tax. On St. Croix, the one tax that most of the people supported was the sin tax. We had 20, and you were supposed to choose two. We had about 22% on St. Croix saying they supported the sin tax, and then you had another 19% said they supported the sales tax. On St. Thomas, no. We had about the highest vote getter there on St. Thomas was a sales tax, with the non. This is interesting, because this is what people wrote in. None. The government needs to be accountable. That was the second highest vote getter on St. Thomas. And then on St. Croix, you also had the next one was the none, that the government needs to be accountable. So that reference, right, some of the discussion that spoke to looking at waste in government, and for St. Thomas, St. Croix, you had people who felt that the government need to go and collect, both islands as a matter of fact, go and collect outstanding taxes first before they raise the gross receipts. Some people said collect your old property taxes, and some people said reduce the number of senators to 9, which was another interested option that was offered on St. Croix. On St. Thomas, people spoke about increasing the contribution of the video lottery machines. They said to place a surcharge on the money transfer transaction, reduce EDC tax exemption for 2 years, collect on outstanding taxes, collect the old property taxes, and there was also the suggestion of reduction of the senators to 9. And then there was also the issue as where is the money for the budget for 2011? You were talking about that, Hugh. What happened to the monies that were borrowed to pay salaries and as well as the stimulus monies? And those are basically what concerned people and some of the suggestions that they had. But people were very concerned about how government is operating and the cost of government, and how we could reduce, the cost of government with regards to our energy costs, and the decisions that are made by managers when you have certain things afforded, like cell phones and cars. Well, that's another big issue for some people. But all in all, most of the responses were well thought out, and we're glad that Senator Russell had the foresight to use this survey as a part of his and the 29th legislature's town hall meeting as a way of kind of measuring where people are with regards to the economy, because the economy is going to be affected by the decisions that are made by our elected officials, and people have to be engaged. Engaging the private sector was ultimately one of the best things that we did. Senator Russell has committed to having more of these town hall meetings, perhaps on different issues with different attendees, but the legislator have seen the benefits of town hall meeting, and they think that that, and this is what Senator Russell had shared. They feel that hearing the people in that forum makes for a better exchange, and ultimately these exchange becomes ideas for senators and then legislation that are put forth on behalf of the people.
And honestly, I really admire that from our representatives.